No one's New Year's resolutions saw 2020 coming. This pandemic has taken control of the wheel and it's going full speed ahead. Today I'm going to be informing you about the pandemic and how it is affecting our lives currently. Because we are in school today, most of the things that we'll be talking about should relate to a lot of your guys' situations, and it will help you be more informed about the world and how we all share the same problem. I'm going to be talking about why and how this pandemic is affecting us and what to look out for after this. So let's start out. Why has COVID affected us so much? Finding a career or a job has been a goal that I think we can all share, and this has been very hard due to this pandemic. Unfortunately, job markets have crashed, and it's really hard to look for jobs since the COVID pandemic. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the unemployment rates of California have rose by 1.4%, and some states like Colorado have rose by 2.6%. And this makes it hard also for non-essential job workers, because since the medical field is so important right now, all the other jobs and all the other people who have degrees that are not focused in that department, it's hard for them to find jobs and work as well. Now, how does this affect things on a bigger scale? Now, moving on to the economy. Not only are non-essential jobs affected, there was a crash in the economy in 2008 that changed many Americans' lives. Now, we can compare this recession that we had from the COVID pandemic to the 2008 recession, because according to the Atlantic Council article written of this year, both global recessions have been successfully qualified as the largest since the Great Depression. And this is very concerning for people who have invested in the stock market or overall all of America. And this is all because of the unemployment rates and how people stopped going out in public and keeping our economy running. So there are some positives that have happened to this pandemic that I think that a lot of people should be more informed about. Because there was so many unemployed people, the housing markets have actually risen, and more houses have been being bought because the prices have been going down. And according to a report on the housing market in California, sales have gained momentum and grew to a level that has not been seen in 10 years. Now, I'm going to show you an example of this, and I'm going to show you a chart that helps explain. This is the chart. So as you can see on the bottom, it starts in 2005 all the way to 2020, and this is the amount of money each of the houses cost, from $100,000 to $700,000. So in the beginning of 2005, as you can see, the houses were worth almost $700,000, and then the recession hit in 2008, and it rose and skyrocketed around 2008 and 2009. Now, if we look at 2020, what we're talking about here is this little indent in the graph. As you can see, as soon as the COVID pandemic started getting serious, the housing market went down and everybody started buying houses. Now, this led to a very, very, very inclined rise in the housing market prices, and made homeowners' houses almost worth $600,000 to $7,000 again. And this is what we mean by the course of 10 years. As you can see, the rise here has been almost the same as this short little incline here. So moving on, the pandemic has not only been helpful for homeowners, but it's not been as helpful for people who are renting. And this is because the unemployment rates, people have lost their jobs and are unable to afford their rent. So according to the California government website, Governor Newsom actually passed a law, and it says that under legislation, no tenant can be evicted before February 1st, 2021 as a result of rent owed due to COVID-19 related hardships acquired between March 4th and August 31st, 2020, which is in the beginning of this pandemic when everybody started to get laid off. Now this actually provides renters the opportunity to save their money and to actually use their stimulus checks, but unfortunately when this law has been lifted and property owners start asking for their rent, many people are not going to be prepared, and many people might be evicted due to the amount of money that they've been spending on other things. So on that note, I think it is very important that we are all informed about our current situation as the world grows, and I hope that this helped you feel more informed and more knowledgeable about what is currently happening. And although we may feel like we've lost control of the steering wheel, as long as we keep on top of things and we stay informed, we will never be lost. So thank you so much for listening to my speech, and I hope that you got something out of it.